Welcome to the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. This broadcast is brought to you by Discover Tombstone.
Saddle up.
Hitch up.
And strike up the band. It's rodeo time in Tucson once again, and you can't cowboy up without a parade.
La Fiesta de los Vaqueros is the country's longest parade without any motors, just old-fashioned horsepower.
Cowboys, charros, and a lot of wagons. You'll see them all here in a tradition that has been rolling for nearly a century.
It all started downtown in 1925. This brand new event drew thousands of spectators and more than 300 entries.
Today, the parade has moved to the south side near the rodeo grounds, but today's parade is much like the first one. More than 300 volunteers make it all happen, and it still draws crowds and families.
We don't know each other coming into the parade, but by the end of the parade, everybody's talking to each other. Everybody's laughing and cheering back here, and that's the joy that it brings to everybody.
So now it's time to take it all in.
All the history and tradition.
All the colorful wagons.
Don't hold your horses, it's time to ride.
And let's rodeo. Good morning to you and welcome to the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. We're so excited for the day. I'm Brooke Wagner.
And I'm Dan Mares, and oh, what a ride it has been. 98 years of tradition in Tucson. You saw some of those stories as we opened up this broadcast from downtown to the south side, and we're at the beginning of the parade off of Ajo and Park.
Yeah, let's take a look at that now at the route. We start at Ajo Way, just west of Park, like Dan said, and then it's south onto Park and Irvington, and then we head west on Irvington to 6th Avenue, north on 6th to the north end of the Tucson Rodeo grounds. They're all lined up and ready to go.
Absolutely. We have the advantage of being right at the beginning of the parade, so we're right over here by the railroad tracks, and also got some extracurricular activities going on. You can hear the jets in the background, so we'll be contending with the sound of that Freedom of Davis-Monthan Air Force and also the 162nd Fighter Wing. They had some of their jets flying around this morning, but what a beautiful morning it is. When that sun comes out, it feels great. When the clouds move in, it gets a little cold, so we're kind of wishing those clouds will burn off here pretty quickly.
Not too bad, though. We have seen worse, and we're glad to talk about some decent weather today, as Erin told us it would be, and she is checking in with our bell ringer right now. How are we going to kick things off this morning, Erin? Hi.
And to kick things off this morning, I am joined by the official 2023 Tucson Rodeo Parade bell ringer. What's your name?
Michaela.
Michaela, how old are you?
7.
And
I'm an 8. I'm an 8.
8. Okay. And you go to school here in Tucson?
Yes.
What school do you attend?
Hollinger Bulldog.
Hollinger. Is this your first time at the parade? Really? Is this your first time as the official bell ringer?
Yes.
Okay, Michaela, let's get things started for the 2023 Tucson Rodeo Parade. Ring that bell. Yes, that was perfect, Michaela. Thank you, thank you. Let's go. Let's get started.
Ring that bell. Things are kicking off. And here comes the parade sign. These are members of the Palm Line from the University of Arizona. So they are just now getting things started, and they're going to be walking this route all the way around. And it's so nice and so fun to see them out here every year carrying that big old Tucson Rodeo Parade sign, the official start of the 98th Annual Rodeo Parade.
You can really see their smiles this morning. They are full of excitement, just like the crowds lining the streets. This is a really electric moment here starting off the parade, and it's just always super exciting. They represent, hi ladies, doing a great job over there. They represent the start of the 98th annual parade, by the way. Long ago it used to be downtown. Well, not that long ago, 1991.
91 is when they moved it, yes.
A little bit dangerous doing it that way. So many people want to come out. This is a lot safer. And now we have hello, good morning to our color guard, 2 single riders, and they are competing in the dignitary category. The color guard for the Tucson Rodeo Parade, traditionally presented on horseback as they are. Flags carried by members of the University of Arizona Rodeo team, Aaron Anderson and Rylan Medkoff. And they have that wonderful rider's posture. They're carrying the flag of the state of Arizona and our Star-Spangled Banner this morning.
All right, here we have this year's Grand Marshal, Jessica Cox. She's a friend of mine. She's an awesome woman. Inspirational story. Jessica's a native Arizonan, University of Arizona graduate, holds several black belts in Taekwondo. She's a licensed airplane pilot. She's an author, motivational speaker, Guinness World Record holder. She created a foundation to be advocate for children with disabilities. So you got to check out the ImpossibleAirplane.com, because there you can see this is a first. We got an airplane in the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Look at this.
Yep, for the Right-Footed Foundation. So this airplane is going to be developed for armless pilots just like Jessica. So you got to go to the ImpossibleAirplane.com, and just such a neat float we have this year.
Yeah, we have learned a lot from this year's Grand Marshal. Right now, it's 103, the Pride of Arizona Marching Band with 100 walkers here in their 119th consecutive year. Let's listen in.
All right, the Pride of Arizona, love that band. Now we have our Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee Chairman, Marshall Stewart. Marshall, accompanied by his wife Janet, riding in a carriage made in 1906 by Chauncey Thomas, a blacksmith in Boston. Marshall worked at his house for 2 years, restoring it and then returning it to the Rodeo Parade Museum. As a retired band director, Marshall started his parade career when he performed with a dual and junior middle school, the band, and continuing throughout high school and the University of Arizona as well. So congratulations to Marshall.
And he's followed up by Tucson Rodeo Committee Chairman Jose Calderon. And if you've been involved with the rodeo, you know Jose. He has been doing this for a long time. Introducing him to you as a Tucson native, honored and humbled to represent the Rodeo Committee, and we are grateful to him.
Now we have the City of Tucson joining us, representing our City Council members Kevin Dahl from Ward 3, Paul Cunningham from Ward 2, and Director of Parks and Rec, Laura Hamway, along with members of her staff.
And now we move on to 107, the Pima County Supervisor, Rex Scott, joined by his wife, Terry. He's honored to represent Pima County's District 1 at today's rodeo parade.
Yeah, over 30 years in public education. He's a champion of education. Now we have the City of South Tucson and the Mayor and Council as well. Mayor Paul Diaz, Vice Mayor Herman Lopez, Acting Mayor Rita Rogers, and Council members Anita Romero, Cesar Aguiar, Brian Flagg, Roxana Valenzuela join us in this year's parade. The City of South Tucson, located right in the heart of Tucson.
And this two-horse wagon is a fun one from Davis-Monthan Air Force Base. Colonel Paul Sheets, Vice Commander of the 355th Wing at Davis-Monthan, playing a key role in organizing, training, and equipping one of the largest installations and flying operations in the United States.
Now we have the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee, family and friends. This parade would not be possible without the hard work of countless volunteers. The Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee members spend countless hours preparing for this parade. Now they want you to meet some of their families, their children, their grandchildren, and friends. Helping keep all the kids corralled is Linnell Betts, wife of longtime committee member Terry Betts. Also riding on the wagon, Miss Rodeo Arizona, Katie Ramos, and Miss Teen Rodeo Arizona, Gracie Jo Perkins.
Boy, that is a full wagon, and we appreciate them all. And now this is a very important part of the parade every year. It's the memorial horse. Vince Pardo, a single riderless horse. Every year, the Tucson Rodeo Parade Committee honors members who have passed away with true cowboy style with this riderless horse and the boots turned backwards in the stirrups. This year, there's the loss of two past members, Vince Pardo, who served on numerous volunteer positions and so much wonderful leather work through the years, and his granddaughter walking with the horse, Amanda Elias.
Yeah, and of course we had Cleo Jones, memorial horse as well. He was a member of the Tucson Rodeo Parade for 10 years, the committee. He grew up on a farm in Kentucky and brought his knowledge of wagons and horses to the committee. We remember honor their memory.
We appreciate them. And that little cutie was from the Saddle Club, the Tucson Saddle Club, a Southern Arizona trail riding club, preserving and promoting better horsemanship, benefiting horses and trails, and they just love to ride the Sonoran Desert, and it shows.
Looking good in that turquoise shirt.
I love that, don't you?
Here we have the Carnes Law Firm up next with the offices in Arizona and California. Now, Carnes Law Firm, they provide the highest quality of legal representation and advocacy to their clients in personal injury matters. They say their attorneys understand the significance that their representation has upon the lives of their clients and their families, and they're committed to achieving the results needed to protect their futures. We appreciate them having in our parade this year.
Yeah, they've got some beautiful horses up front there. And 115 entry, these folks do it up every year. Little Mexico Restaurant and Little Mexico Steakhouse, family owned and operated Little Mexico. It's been open since 1993 with another location, Little Mexico Steakhouse, since 2004, serving that homemade Mexican food, red chile tamales, green corn tamales, handmade fresh soups. They are proud to be a sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and every year they come out with all of those wonderful red, white, and blue banners.
Yeah, they've got 2 wagons this year, so the next one we're going to look at almost looks like a little cantina. I love it.
It does.
I mean, they go all out. And these are the volunteers. They got a little saguaro cactus up there in front. You can see it. But they come out days leading up to the parade, and they spend a lot of time decorating these parades. Good morning.
I love the red tile roof they put on that. Look at how amazing. It's so realistic. And they're just belling up to the bar here at 9:15 in the morning at the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Now we have the Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids, also known as TRAC. It's been a part of the Tucson community since 2007. Their mission is a focus on strengthening kids and the community through animal interaction.
Someone's just waking up this morning out there, if you hear that. But they are ready to roll and show us about everything they do there at the Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids. And it's a really important thing horses do here in Arizona is help with therapy. So we're going to say hello to them, give them a little wave, and we're going to take a quick break. Be right back.
In Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die is also the town too fun to leave. Walk in the footsteps of Wild West heroes like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, or dust off your boots in the saloons, restaurants, and shops that line historic Allen Street. Tombstone is pet-friendly, and because of our elevation, we're always a little bit cooler up here. So step back in time and experience the historic Old West. Visit Discover Tombstone and plan your getaway.
Welcome back to our coverage of the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. During that break, we saw Rockin' K Ranch, a beautiful team of horses. The Rockin' K backs up to the Saguaro National Monument, and we also saw the Fox Theater Tucson, one of our historic theaters in downtown, presenting tens of thousands of films every year to people, so we appreciate that.
And now 96.1 KLPX passing by, competing in the music category. By the way, we have 22 categories today, and this is one of my favorites every year because if you want to see the living history of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, just wait to see the Tucson Firefighters Association.
Oh, yeah. There's Tucson firefighters here in historical uniforms pulling the actual hose carts from the early days of the Tucson Fire Department. So you see those? Those are used to put out those early day fires in downtown Tucson. Tucson Fire Chief Chuck Ryan up on the wagon up there. There he is. What's going on, guys? The association represents more than 600 uniformed personnel of the Tucson Fire Department. We appreciate having them here.
And now let's listen in to the Pueblo High School Warrior Marching Band, the pride of the old Pueblo Warrior Marching Band.
Set up the alarm. Sounding great, aren't they, Brooke?
I like that little woo they put in there. This is their 62nd year in the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and they're so good and so loud and on point, they even set up a car alarm.
Oh, I know, that was funny. And they are sounding on par, so it's great having them here as well. Radio station 1030 The Voice, 106.3 The Groove, 92.5 Urbana, and 105.3 La Poderosa. They're the parade sponsors of the Pueblo Warrior Marching Band.
Pancho Villacana right now, Daniel Perez y Amigos, and Josue Fierro representing them today. They are marching by, and they are just, you know, basically a group of friends who get together to do horse pilgrimages, and they help friends in need.
I have a feeling they have a good time when they go out on their rides.
You know, I hope they do. They deserve it. They do a lot of good things, too. Hi, guys. I remember them coming out last year. That is a big group of friends. And then coming up behind them in just a moment, you're going to see this adorable little burro. Such a cutie. And this is the guy who starts out the National Park Service entry here. And a lot of dedicated folks. We appreciate so much the work they do to keep our national parks here in Arizona just tip-top.
Yeah, our very own Saguaro National Park is made up of two districts on the east and west sides of Tucson. Saguaro National Park is joined this morning by rangers from Tumacacori National Historical Park and Casa Grande Ruins National Monument. Jasmine the donkey and her girlfriends are also joining the beloved park.
I need to apologize, Jasmine. Jasmine is a donkey, not a burro, so
a donkey.
Very sorry.
Get it right? Saguaro National Park has a great visitor center and a bunch of ranger-led programs all year long.
Right now, 125 coming through VPC Automotive, friends and family of VPC Automotive, masters of auto repair.
Now we've got coming up entry number 126. San Javier Cooperative Farm is proud to represent the deep and rich agricultural history of Tucson, the original way to pronounce Tucson. The Tohono O'odham have been farming along the banks of the Santa Cruz River for centuries. They established this co-op back in 1979, so a lot of history. They continue to grow traditional foods, wild harvest, and provide a variety of livestock needs. The co-op invites you to visit the farm and thanks Tucson for supporting their traditional food, ways, and business.
And right now, as we look at the United Healthcare float, let's go check in with Aaron Christensen down on the street. Hi.
Brooke, Dan, we are having a great time out here. I'm so happy to see that sun every once in a while kind of breaking through the clouds, warms things up. A lot of folks out here kind of bearing the cold and the wind from time to time this morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
What are your names?
I'm Romy.
And I'm Ramon.
And who are the little ones?
Ray and Riley.
Riley.
Are you guys having a good time?
We are. It's so exciting.
Enjoying it.
Is this your first time?
It is our first time.
Are
Yeah.
you new to Tucson?
Not really. No. 2017, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
First time I could enjoy it because I'm off work, so I
Yes.
finally could come to the rodeo.
Perfect. And you guys staying warm? You look nice and bundled up.
We have to with the little ones.
What's your favorite part so far?
I was just seeing all the horses pass by and the kids enjoying the horses. Yeah, and they're waving to every horse or everybody they see. Yeah.
And your favorite part?
The donkey. Got to see the little donkey.
And the weather's not too shabby.
Not too bad. It's not bad at all.
A little windy.
Yes.
Little windy from time to time. At least the wind has held off.
Yes.
You guys having a good time? Yay! Look at that. So cute. Well, thank you guys.
Of course. Thank you.
Continue having watching the parade. Thanks for being out here this morning. Dan Brooke, back to you.
Also, Desert Diamond Casinos proud to be one of the sponsors of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
And there goes Desert Diamond. They have 4 destinations, of course, in Tucson. Sarita, Y, in the west wing of the West Valley, featuring gaming, fine dining, and more. That is Desert Diamond Casino.
Now we have Tombstone High School Junior ROTC, the award-winning Tombstone High School Junior ROTC Mounted Color Guard. This is the only high school mounted color guard in the nation. The team is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Jasmine McWhirter, each rider responsible for the care, training, and welfare of their own mount. They must also maintain their grades in school. They've performed throughout the Southwest. This team has their own hazmat team that cleans up after their horses. You can see the barrel right there.
That's pretty awesome. Hey, thanks, guys.
Yeah,
we appreciate that very much. Followed up by number 201, the Submarine Veterans of Tucson. And this is a really interesting one coming our way. It's a wagon, a buggy, and 30 walkers. It's Navy Week here in Tucson, if you didn't know. So they're with a model of the submarine USS Tucson Mountain on an 1800s freight wagon pulled by a team of 2 horses. And hi there, guys. So that's going to be coming our way in a second here. We're seeing some of the dignitaries in connection with this. Yeah, submarine veterans. They are in the wagon. They're from all eras, including World War II, Korea, Vietnam, the Cold War, the Gulf Wars. And with them, Tucson Native Commander Robert Burke from the USS Cincinnati and active duty sailors from the USS Tucson, USS John McCain, USS Gabrielle Giffords, U.S. Fleet Forces Command, and USS Constitution.
You know, they're looking sharp in those uniforms. They got their dress uniforms on. I love seeing the model of the USS Tucson.
Isn't that cool? Take a good look at that model of the submarine. Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you for your service. Service both in and out of the parade. Much appreciated. All right, so we've got some action going now with Jorge Alvarez DDS. Let's listen to the music for a sec. All right. Well, I thought we just had a very exciting dentist. But actually, he's coming up next. That's 203 La Caliente, 92.1 FM and 95.7 FM, and Ballet Folklorico Tapatio as well. So now we see, I believe now we're going back to Jorge Alvarez. Dr. Jorge Alvarez.
And his wife Joanne, their friends ride their Paso Finos, a quarter horses. Dr. Alvarez rides, and Joanne rides a Paso Fino Maria, also born at the ranch. So they're hands-on.
Now we have Catalina Foothills Falcon Band, and they are coming up right behind. So we'll tell you about them in their 30th year in the parade, and then we'll just listen in. They're doing some lasso work too.
The band travels widely and has performed in England, China, Australia, Hawaii, New York, and California. And they are sounding fantastic this morning.
Yeah, they did a great job at the Rose Bowl.
Yes, they did. Rose Bowl, they were in Pasadena, California for that Rose Bowl as well. Such colorful uniforms this morning, too, as they wave those flags around. Just sounding on par.
All right, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die is also the town too fun to leave. Walk in the footsteps of Wild West heroes like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, or dust off your boots in the saloons, restaurants, and shops that line historic Allen Street. Tombstone is pet friendly, and because of our elevation, we're always a little bit cooler up here. So step back in time and experience the historic Old West. Visit Discover Tombstone and plan your getaway.
It's the final days of the President's Day sale at Sam Levitt's Furniture with holiday doorbusters up to 76% off and sale prices store-wide. Get presidential savings on sectionals and sofas. Huge holiday buys on in-stock bedrooms and big bargains on best brand mattresses. Choose no interest or low interest financing and get fast free delivery. Plus, stop in and register to win a $5,000 home shopping spree. Hurry in while the holiday savings last. At the Sam Levitt's President's Day sale. Ends Monday.
I think I'll do 206, you do 207. All right, well, during that break, we saw the Wade Davis Memorial Horse, tribute to Wade, a rancher who passed away last year. Wade was a longtime horse marshal for the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and we want to just honor his memory.
And now we're following up with 207 Los Manso y Ramirez Familias, and they are two families riding together. They have this great trainers on the Charo style of riding. They have been riding mules for the past 20 years. Actually, you know what?
HSL Properties.
See them. That was actually number 208, HSL Properties, with their multiple team of horses there. HSL Properties committed to developing and managing diverse, high-quality communities for 47 years.
Chances are you've lived in an HSL property. They have a lot of different apartments. Benson Butterfield Rodeo Royalty. We got 2022 and 2023 Benson Butterfield Rodeo Princess. These ladies work hard to represent the sport. We have Pyramid Federal Credit Union. They help Penny save, and look, she's full. They've been serving people throughout Pima County since 1929.
And now Forbes Meat Company coming through, a wagon and riders from the company, the home of what they call the finest meat in Tucson, from sausages to steak, seasoned and grilled and oven ready. And they have a colorful float with all those wonderful flowers that survived our cold and rainy weather yesterday, thank goodness.
You know, I've got to try out Forbes Meat Company because that just made me hungry thinking about it.
You would love it.
Oh, and you know, it's great when you can support local ranches like that, local meat companies. That's the way to go if you can.
Right now, Fundación Musical, and they have some wonderful singing and music here. It's one of the more popular music schools in Tucson, teaching musical instruments from 7 to adult and providing a one-on-one training for those. So they learn to play accordion, electric bass, bajo quinto, drums, guitar, and they enjoy their classes and tutor other students. They say they are a family, and you can hear that right there.
All right, I got to try to, it sounds like a little guy singing. I got to see where there he is, right there towards the back of the float.
Oh my goodness, look at him.
Look at him go.
What a voice on that guy. Nice job, buddy. They've got all of their musical instruments going on there. Got a little bit of a break here as we wait for our next upcoming float. This is Gospel Rescue Mission. I know this is one that's near and dear to your heart, Dan.
Yeah, it is. They're actually they're kind of stalled up over by the tracks. We're still looking at the music school here, but there he is right there. If you look towards the back of your back of that float.
Listen to him sing.
But he looks like he's about 11, 12 years old. Do you hear that voice?
All right. So we've got just a touch of a break as we wait for Gospel Rescue Mission. You know, this happens once in a while. Let's go ahead and take a break while we wait so you don't miss a thing. We'll be right back.
In Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die is also the town too fun to leave. Walk in the footsteps of Wild West heroes like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, or dust off your boots in the saloons, restaurants, and shops that line historic Allen Street. Tombstone is pet friendly, and because of our elevation, we're always a little bit cooler up here. So step back in time and experience the historic Old West. Visit Discover Tombstone and plan your getaway.
All right, welcome back to our live coverage of the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. This is one of my favorite, dear to my heart organizations, the Gospel Rescue Mission Center of Opportunity. Chris Edwards! You see Chris Edwards from Tucson Appliance Companies up there on the wagon with them. Now, they are celebrating 70 years of bringing people out of homelessness into a successful pathway of life. They do it through the Word. They run the Center of Opportunity, which is a unique and innovative collaborative campus with more than 40 partners working together to provide solutions out of the homelessness. That Center of Opportunity used to be the old hotel of Palo Verde and I-10, donated by Humberto Lopez, the founder of HSL Properties. So just a wonderful organization. We always love having them here.
All right, and now we're looking at Check Smart, a single-team hitch competition today, competitor today, proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and they do customer short-term cash solutions. Thanks for being part of the rodeo, guys.
AFNI Incorporated, entry number 215, celebrating 25 years in the Tucson community. They are a company that handles support calls for companies both through call centers and remote operators. A lot of work. Clients rely on AFNI to engage with customers over the phone and through web chat.
I'd love to see all of the horses participating. They're just so beautiful and regal every single year. And now we move on to Marana FFA. Now they have 15 riders, 10 walkers in this. It's the premier youth organization preparing members for leadership and careers in science, business, technology, agriculture, making a positive difference in the lives of students by developing their potential for premier leadership, personal growth, and career success. And you can see it in their proud posture. That's exactly what they've been working on.
Future Farmers of America. My high school in Oklahoma had a very active chapter. Here we have Banner University Trauma Surgery. That's their wagon. Banner University Medical main campus is Tucson's only Level 1 American College of Surgeon verified trauma center and burn program. They do important work. They save lives. They provide care to Tucson and surrounding communities 24/7 every day of the year. They say your Arizona Trauma Cats are here for you when you need them.
Boy, and I can vouch for that. We are so lucky to have such a high-quality trauma center here in Tucson. They do a great, great job. And up next, Charros y Modelos de Arizona. And, oh, okay, you got to take a look as they come marching up here. These costumes are just beautiful. They represent the Mexican culture. Charros on the dancing horses. If you've ever seen them do the arch of charro, it's amazing. Models wearing the traditional Aztec and China Poblana. Oh my goodness, they are gorgeous.
I mean, look at some of the detail, the sparkles,
oh my goodness. Hi, ladies. Doing a great job. And the breeds that are trained to dance are Frisian and Andalusian Spanish horses. They take 2 years of training to do this. It takes a lot of dedication and patience. And we have dancers here too. Now you're going to see some of these little sweet, adorable dancers first before you see the charros. Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
And just say, this parade just got started.
They
just started this dancing, so they got a long road ahead of them as they
I love
go
the
down
kids.
the route.
This is one of the best parts of the parade every year. Is to see and how long they've been working on this too, and their beautiful flow with all of the beautiful sunflowers on there, just terrific.
Great music, great dance moves, really gets the crowd going as they walk through the parade.
They just brighten things right up, don't they? Not that we needed it, and here comes the sun right along with the dancing. Hello.
This is a big entry too. All the dancers, they got the wagon, they got the horses. Wow.
We'll just let you listen for just a moment here and watch the movement.
Seguimos con más.
It is not easy to do that. I mean, the training for the charros is just, look at I mean, we've seen the horses that do more of a ballet movement.
Yes.
And this, it's almost like a mambo. It's amazing.
Yeah, it almost looks like the horses are dancing to the music, live music in the parade.
They're just terrific. And as you watch the charros go by for just a couple more seconds, we'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about our next upcoming entry, which is O'Reilly Chevrolet. Proud to be a part of the Tucson Rodeo Parade since the very beginning. And you know, we're almost to 100 years of the parade. Hi there.
Yeah, O'Reilly's been around for a very long time. They actually helped us out last week for a fundraiser we were doing for our first responders.
Oh, that's right.
We appreciate O'Reilly Chevrolet. They do so much work for our community, and they do a lot of giving back as well.
And you know they have the green going on.
Let's check back in with First Alert meteorologist Erin Christensen. She's right along the parade route. Hey, Erin.
And we're having a great time out here, loving that sunshine, and when the wind calms down, it's pretty darn nice out here. At least the rain certainly has gone away. I found two young ladies who are having a good time this morning. What's your name?
Olivia. Lily.
Olivia, how old are you?
7.
And is this your first time at the rodeo parade?
Mm-hmm.
It is. What's your favorite part?
My favorite part is seeing all the horses.
Yeah.
And the parade.
Have you ridden a horse before? You have. So maybe one day you could be in the parade.
Yeah. Me and my nana here over there. We were talking about that next year we should be in the parade.
Oh, I think that would be perfect. What's your favorite part so far?
I like the bands and the other horses that are dancing.
And the dancing horses, they're really special, aren't they? Have you seen one horse in particular you really like?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
The brown and white one.
Ooh. Well, thank you, ladies, for chatting with us. We're going to move down the line here just a little bit. Hello, good morning. Who do we have here?
This is Viley and Parker.
Oh, my goodness, Viley and Parker. You guys enjoying yourselves? She's saying, what in the world is that? Is this your first time to the parade?
It is. Yeah.
And you guys enjoying it?
Yeah.
Staying warm?
Yes.
What's your favorite part?
The horses. Oh, the beautiful horses.
What's your favorite part? You were just talking to me a second ago. The horses, for sure.
Special horses here.
Yes. Well, hands down, the horses are the favorite part so far from these spectators that we're talking to. We're having a great time. Dan, Brooke, back to you.
Is he still talking? All right, well, during that time, we saw the Greater Southern Arizona Area Chapter of the 9th and 10th Cavalry of the Buffalo Soldiers. They are protectors and residents who lived on the southern border. Fort Huachuca is the distinction of being the home of the Buffalo Soldiers. We also had Cora Martin, and we had Telemundo 40 Tucson, a wagon rider.
And Poncho's Barbershop family group there. And now moving on to Cal Portland, we have a buggy.
Yep.
With Cal Portland. Oh.
And we also had Apperson Plumbing, locally owned and operated since 1949. We appreciate them being in the parade.
We sure do. All right, now we have another buggy coming our way here in just a moment. This is the Mormon Battalion right now, competing as historical, and you can see why. 350 men and women of the Mormon Battalion marched into the Presidio of Tucson in December of 1846. They had a peaceful exchange of goods with the local merchants and raised the first American flag. Their wagon trail became the routes for the Butterfield Stage, the Southern Pacific Railroad, and Interstate 10. And they are joining us here now for the 98th Tucson Rodeo Parade. The multicultural Tucson we now enjoy was in no small part a result of their efforts.
Up next, we have the Whetstone Trail Riders. They're a group of equestrians from the San Pedro River Valley area of southern Arizona. The group gets together often to explore the high desert on Cochise and Pima counties on horseback. They do it in style. The wagon, a 1900 Railroad Express wagon from Dodge City. It's pulled by Big Lee, Percheron draft horse, who's 18.3 hands tall. A big one. That's more than 6 feet. He tips a scale at 22 100 pounds.
That is
Wow.
a big horse. And now we have big blooms for you. Some of those colorful flowers we look forward to every year on the Fry's Food and Drug entry here. They've been around since 1954, expanding from California into here in Arizona in the 1960s with 126 stores across Arizona, and we're glad to have them in the parade.
You know, Fry's is owned by Kroger. Kroger also owns City Market. When I was in college, I was a courtesy clerk, a bag boy. Carried out the groceries, working for City Market.
That's good, honest work for you.
It was. I had a lot of fun doing it. Hey, now we have coming up the Coronado National Forest. We talk about them every year when the fire season comes. They got Smokey the Bear on the wagon, U.S. Forest Service. Coronado National Forest has brought along Smokey the Bear, who's famous for his message, only you can prevent wildfires. Remember to keep those chains pulled up off the road. Make sure you don't leave any burning fires if you're going out camping. You just really need to respect Mother Nature when we're outside enjoying it.
Boy, we know it better than anyone else here in Arizona. And those pack mules and horses, you see, they are working ones. They are working animals. For more than 85 years, the Coronado National Forest has been bringing them to this parade. They help the forest staff haul supplies, provide transportation. They can work in some of the most inhospitable terrains.
And here's some of their wildland firefighters. That yellow is Nomex. It's the bright color so you can see them. I used to work closely with Forest Service. I was a BLM wildland firefighter. So worked close with these guys. They're hard workers.
I've seen
Love
the
those
pictures
hot
of
shots.
you in the yellow shirt.
Oh, good stuff, good memories, and we just really appreciate the work they do.
And you know what else we appreciate? Some Girl
those
Scout
Girl Scout
cookies. Girl Scouts of Southern Arizona, here they come. They are celebrating their 111th birthday, just a little bit older than the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and they're representing 5,000 of their sister Girl Scouts throughout Southern Arizona, including former Brownie, me.
Yeah, right on. Did you sell a lot of cookies?
I did not sell a lot. I tried, man, but I lived with only like 2 neighbors.
Oh,
so
I wouldn't do well. I'd eat them all. Now we have the Tohono O'odham Nation introducing the nation's chairman and vice. Just saw him on TV the other day. Good to see you. Thank you. Vice Chairwoman, also the 2023 Miss Tohono O'odham Nation, the 2023 Miss Tohono O'odham Nation Rodeo Queen, and her first attendant. The Tohono O'odham Nation welcomes each and every one of you to the 2023 Fiesta de los Vaqueros Rodeo Parade.
Guess what time it is? It is time for another marching band. This one, Sunnyside Unified District Band. And for the second year in a row, Sunnyside and Desert View High School combined to show the power and musicality of the district. Listen to them as they march up the street.
To a quick break and we'll be right back.
In Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die is also the town too fun to leave. Walk in the footsteps of Wild West heroes like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, or dust off your boots in the saloons, restaurants, and shops that line historic Allen Street. Tombstone is pet friendly, and because of our elevation, we're always a little bit cooler up here. So step back in time and experience the historic Old West. Visit Discover Tombstone and plan your getaway.
It's the final days of the President's Day sale at Sam Levitt's Furniture, with holiday doorbusters up to 76% off and sale prices store-wide. Get presidential savings on sectionals and sofas. Huge holiday buys on in-stock bedrooms and big bargains on best brand mattresses. Choose no interest or low interest financing and get fast, free delivery. Plus, stop in and register to win a $5,000 home shopping spree. Hurry in while the holiday savings last. At the Sam Levitt's President's Day sale. Ends Monday.
Welcome back. We have an exciting group coming up now. It's Lazadores de Tucson. This group of riders been roping in Tucson for more than 5 years. Very professional.
And you know, I'll bet these guys can rope with the best of them. We see a lot of the ropers in the rodeos and in the competitions. But when you get these guys, they're just the real ropers that really get in there. You can see their ropes on their saddles. And that's a talent to rope a cow like that. I mean, boy, I'd look like a fool if I tried to do it.
Oh, have you ever tried?
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard.
It's very difficult.
And they make it look so incredibly easy.
They do.
These are the folks right here. These are your ropers. And now, next, we're going to see Stark Electric. This is their wagon, and it's a creative float entry. They say Stark Electric Inc., full service commercial and industrial electrical. 40 years they've been doing this. And they're family owned and operated, and this is a family float as well. Proud sponsor of the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Yeah, they say their skilled employees have earned Stark Electric the Cornerstone Building Foundation Subcontractor of the Year. That was in 2022 last year, proving that they have the experience to complete all projects on time and on budget. Something that's very important for your customers. When you get a budget, you want to try to stick with it.
Up next, we have Caballos Bailadores de Cuadra Braceno. And they'll be coming up the way here. It's a group of dancing horses from Cuadra Braceno.
Just imagine the hours they spend together with their horses to get them this highly trained where they can get them to dance, and let alone ride in a parade.
A very close relationship, and their movement is symbiotic too. If you watch, the riders really have to be in tune with their horses' movements and feelings too. But look at how they, when the horse moves, the rider moves too, and they are so relaxed together. Beautiful.
You know, I know the spectators, parade goers, they love seeing this kind of this showmanship. And you know, on average, there's 200,000 spectators line the streets in South Tucson for this parade each year. 200,000 people. It's so many people. It's a long route, and we're right here at the beginning, and just around us there's several hundred people, and sometimes when you get some of these bigger intersections, there'll be 3-4 people thick, and just really just coming out to enjoy such a beautiful parade.
Yeah, there's a really nice turnout of folks here today, and it's such a great feeling. You know what, I feel like, Dan, this happens every year, that the sun kind of breaks through.
Oh, it feels
Things
so good.
begin to warm up about this time, and everyone just looks really happy, especially the kids.
When you consider the weather we had yesterday, the rain, I mean, the winds, for crying out loud, those winds were so strong. We had some record-breaking winds yesterday, and literally overnight, the rain tapered off, and this morning it rained out here along the parade route in some areas. We could not have asked for better timing with better parade.
Right.
So
yeah,
thank you,
said
Aaron.
to me a couple of times yesterday, we cut this one close. And we talked several times with Aaron about the weather, and we always worry just a little bit about the floats and all the work put in on those paper flowers, like you're seeing right here on the Cricket wireless wagon coming our way. I mean, those can really go through a lot with wind and rain, but they made it through, and they were protected. They knew exactly what they were doing. And the Cricket wagon here, they're helping make wireless service more affordable to millions of American households. And they are working to reduce your bill up to $30 a month or $75 on qualifying tribal lands. That's their Cricket wireless entry.
Up next, entry number 305, the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Southern Arizona. They've been around since 1963. They've operated under the belief that inherent in every child is incredible potential. They do so much work. Southern Arizona's largest donor and volunteer-supported mentoring network, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Southern Arizona makes meaningful, monitored matches between adult volunteers. They're called Bigs, and children. They're called the Littles, ages 6 through young adulthood.
It is such a rewarding experience. I highly recommend it, and they are really looking for mentors right now. So if you need to enrich your life and you want to do it by helping to bring up a young person, this is a great way to do it.
You know, we've got a little bit of another gap here in the parade. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break if we can get that going, and we'll come back. We'll be right back.
In Tombstone, Arizona, the town too tough to die is also the town too fun to leave. Walk in the footsteps of Wild West heroes like Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, or dust off your boots in the saloons, restaurants, and shops that line historic Allen Street. Tombstone is pet-friendly, and because of our elevation, we're always a little bit cooler up here. So step back in time and experience the historic Old West. Visit Discover Tombstone and plan your getaway.
We're always looking for more volunteers to come down, whether it be in the woodworking skills, painting or pinstriping, or upholstery work or welding. We're always looking for docents for the museum. It's a guide that takes them around, explains the different things to them. To volunteer for it, the best way is to contact the Rodeo Parade Museum and give them a call, or you can go online and volunteer.
Sponsored by Discover Tombstone.
Vignette. Okay, thank you. Because it looks like we're going to have Well, welcome back to our 98th coverage of the Tucson Rodeo Parade, our live coverage right here. And, you know, a nice day. We got some clouds coming in, some sun coming in. When that sun comes out, it feels fantastic.
Yes, indeed. We are so excited to have such a great turnout today. We've gotten through lots of wonderful horses. And I believe here now we're looking at Estrellas in Arizona. They continue to be Southern Arizona's #1 local Spanish television show. Ramon Torres, along with his team, showcase local, regional, and international artists.
Yeah, you can see Ramon's face right there on the banner. Very well known in the Tucson community. Great guy. He's been out here in years past, and there he is, walking the parade. Oh, yeah, he's got quite the following.
And of course, he's got to have the black hat. Got to have the black hat.
Always looking sharp, too. Very much so.
We've got just a little bit of a holdup here, so let's, as we watch these flags go by, let's just talk a little bit about the history of the parade, because we're already getting set for the 100th anniversary. 100th year of the parade in a couple of years. Boy, that is going to be a blowout. You may know that back in 1991, they changed the location, the route of the parade from downtown to where we currently are here, because it's just a little safer, a little easier to shut down. There are an average, by the way, of 200,000 spectators who line the streets for this parade every year, and don't we know it? They come out, they do the bell ringing. We have so many kids who are excited to come out on their rodeo break as well. And as we get ready to get rolling for this next one, let's head out to Erin.
Erin's got a nice job today. She's riding along the parade route, getting to talk to everybody, enjoying it.
Dan, Brooke, we've got quite a few folks out here watching the parade and enjoying what's some pretty decent weather for it this morning. What's your name?
My name's Jimena.
And is this your first time at the parade?
No.
How many times have you been here before, you think?
Well, we've been coming for a while. I want to say like 5 years, maybe not more.
A family tradition?
Yeah.
Coming our way, and thank you, Erin. They've been awarded with the Reader's Choice Award for Tucson's best pest control, and they have this yellow buggy coming up our way, number 307.
You know, living in the desert, we got a lot of critters and pests, so last thing you want is those things in your house. So if you need some help, call Tucson Pest Control, and they can definitely help you out with that. They've got professionals that know what to use. And a lot of times, I actually learned this from an exterminator. They'll put some white powder around your doors to keep bugs from going in.
What is that?
It's not a chemical. It's crushed up seashells.
Yes, yes.
And there's a name for it, I can't remember, but it irritates their skin.
They don't like it.
So it's all natural. You don't have to worry about your pets getting into it or your kids.
Cool, that's a fun fact to know. Now we're moving on to Desert Bloom Relief Center. Relief, it's been the first and only cannabis company to participate in the Tucson Rodeo Parade. We remember them from a couple of years here. Their motto is for the patients, by the patients. And they have a big contingency here.
Do.
You know, you may notice occasionally we have these little breaks. Well, we're talking about the largest non-motorized parade in the world here. That means horses and people power. So sometimes not everything goes quite according to plan like it would in a motorized parade. And that's okay, because we love these guys. Look at these two little guys coming our way. This is the Reed Park Zoo. We've got some cuties leading off here.
Yeah, the zoo reaches 500,000 visitors each year with a mission to connect people and animals to ensure the protection of wild animals and wild places. You can encounter 250 animals, including many endangered species from around the world at Reed Park Zoo, from its beloved elephants to Andean bears and more. Through April 30th, I'm excited for this. I want to take my boys to this. Through April 30th, the zoo is presenting Big Bugs. It's a special exhibit of more than 30 giant robotic insects and spiders. And if I remember correctly, that is included with your zoo tickets.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And of course, we have the expansion coming. They've been working on some new integration with Reed Park, and that's going to be very exciting as well. Reed Park Zoo, always doing something cool. And I love the pictures of the elephants yesterday. They put out enjoying all of the rain. That's fantastic. Now we have a really special entry, the Tucson Indian Center. They're competing in the Authentic Native American category. It's a well-respected provider for the urban Indian community in metropolitan Tucson and surrounding areas, providing culturally competent, sensitive, and effective wellness, social, and health programs. Very important for our populations here, including education, employment, training, disease prevention, health promotion, clinical services. They just do a lot, and they were established in 1963. Tucson Indian Center has offered youth and elderly programs, job services, adult and youth education programs, cultural activities, emergency assistance. So these are some busy folks, and they found time to be in the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Up next, we have the Old Pueblo Cellars. It's a vineyard and tasting room on the northwest side between Marana and Oro Valley. You don't think of that area as being a place for a vineyard. They say that it's the only tasting room and vineyard open to the public in Tucson. And they say it's quite possibly the only vineyard in the world with a towering saguaro growing right in the middle of it. I think that's a safe bet.
I do believe I've seen that.
Yeah, I definitely got to get out there and check it out. The wines are made using a cold fermentation process, no added sulfites or filtering, organic farming practices. So there you go, Old Pueblo Cellars, their vineyard and tasting room on the northwest side between Marana and Oro Valley. I think I know what I'm going to be doing this weekend.
Wine in the desert. There you have it. Up next, Push Ridge Christian Academy here with their wagon, and they're competing as a family group. Push Ridge has provided a classical Christian education to students in Tucson for more than 25 years, just opening a campus on the south side, providing students with a Spanish dual language Christian education. And they say Push Ridge offers a loving, caring environment for children.
Jesus Cristo. I love the bright colored flowers that they put on their float.
Beautiful, clearly handmade flowers there. Just lovely.
All right, up next, Tierra Antigua Realty. This realty company does so much for our community. They say that they are thrilled to return to the tradition of La Fiesta de los Vaqueros, and it's honoring Tucson's cultural heritage. They're honored and humbled to continue to bring the dreams of home ownership. They're locally owned and deeply dedicated to their service. Matt and Kim Clifton, just wonderful people, good friends of mine. There's Matt in the back right there with the black hat on.
Wow.
Yeah. How you doing? What's up, Matt?
The decorations there.
Yeah, beautiful. They did a nice job on that. And these are the volunteer realtors coming out and doing it all for them.
Very nice. All right, now we have Arizona Window and Door Store. Keston and Lauren, officially riding representatives to the Window and Door Store, servicing the entire state. The girls are first-year junior rodeo goers, and they just love the rodeo lifestyle. So here they are. Keston riding her Appaloosa mare Dream. Lawrence on her gray mare Pickles. I love the names.
Here's Teen Challenge of Arizona. They provide youth, adults, and families with a faith-based solution to life-controlling problems in order to become productive members of society. Teen Challenge of Arizona endeavors to help people become mentally sound, emotionally balanced, socially adjusted, and physically well and spiritually alive. I'll tell you what, if you're looking for an organization to support Teen Challenge of Arizona, they do wonderful work. I highly recommend it.
They do, and they've got some pep in their step. Hey, you can hear them coming. I know, it's South Point Catholic High School Lancers. Their marching band coming up our way under the direction of Jim Howe. Let's listen.
Now, the South Point Catholic High School celebrating 72nd year in education. They've been around for a long time. Sponsored by the Tucson Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Ora Con Leti.
And now we're seeing a big group, the El Paso County Sheriff's Posse, here from New Mexico. Founded in 1936, they're the oldest continually operated posse in the U.S., staying true to their values of honesty, integrity, and the love of good horses. The El Paso County Sheriff's Posse for 67 years. They've been operating from their historic clubhouse and stables on the banks of the Rio Grande River.
You know, they come every year. Big supporters of the Tucson Rodeo Parade. I love that old red wagon they're pulling back there. It reminds me of the Wells Fargo wagon, that beautiful wagon like that. So it's so nice. And we appreciate the El Paso Sheriff's Department's posse coming down and riding every year.
You know,
good folks.
I don't know if I said this, they're the oldest continuously operated posse, and parades are kind of their thing. They appear in them throughout the Southwest, as far away as Wyoming and Massachusetts. So thanks for being here in our parade, El Paso
Welcome
County
back.
Sheriffs.
And we're going to toss in, we're going to check out there, but as we do so, we're seeing La Bueno, 94.3 FM and 990 AM. Do a lot of ballet folklorico. There's La Buena, the station that plays the greatest Hispanic artists and nights, weekends, the best Latins from all-time hits. Here we go, Aaron.
They look good. Is that your favorite part so far?
Yeah.
What else? What would you say is a close second?
Maybe the horses.
Okay.
Like the dancers.
And the dancers. How about you? What's your name?
Darvanicia.
And what's your favorite part so far?
Probably the dancers and then the horses.
Okay. That seems to be the consensus here, the dancers and the horses. What's your name?
Dionitsa.
And what do you like so far?
The horses and the dancers.
Okay. Is this you guys' first time at the rodeo parade?
No.
You're old hats at this. Okay, maybe next year you'll be out there dancing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta get the little cowboy in. What's your name? Oh, all of a sudden he's camera shy. Well, thank you guys for chatting with us. I'll get out of your way so you can enjoy the rest of the parade, okay? Dan, Brooke, back to you.
Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson, created with one thing in mind, providing guests with extraordinary service and amenities. Casino del Sol is the ultimate entertainment destination and Tucson's best casino, according to Casino del Sol.
You know, I love Ava Amphitheater, Casino del Sol. Seen some incredible acts out there and good food in the restaurants as well.
Wow, they really got into the spokes of their wheels there, didn't they?
Yes, they
nice
did.
job with all of those flowers.
Oh, now we got the town of Tombstone, the town too tough to die. Marshal Wyatt Earp is rounding up these fine folks and taking them to Tombstone. Here comes trouble. Actually, he's Jim Davis, the real Tombstone Marshal these days. So imagine that job, the real Marshal of Tombstone, Arizona.
Awesome.
Also, the Tombstone Marketing Committee invites you to visit the town too tough to die, and where history lives and the spirit of the past surrounds you with family-friendly fun. Tombstone Marketing Committee invites you to step back in time and make your own special Tombstone memories.
Here Comes Trouble is right. Looks like they're in a little bit of trouble there behind bars. Always good to see them in the parade. And up next, we'll see the Sonoran Foot and Ankle Institute, number 322. Local team of foot and ankle experts continuing to serve Tucson, Nogales, Oro Valley, and Green Valley. Hi, guys.
They continue to serve Tucson, Nogales, Oro Valley, and maintaining that active and healthy lifestyles, as you mentioned. So we appreciate them having come. So if you've got any ankle or foot problems, give Sonoran Foot and Ankle Institute a call. I have a strong feeling they can help you out.
Well, we are getting ready for a colorful group in Pima Partnership Schools, a group with, since 2015, Pima County, Pima Partnership High School and Pima Academy. It's a small school in the heart of Tucson, led by the director, Genoveva Diaz. Their performance art group performs throughout southern Arizona, and boy, they are here for it in all of the colors today.
Look at that. Just beautiful dresses, waving the Mexican flag, the Arizona flag as well. You know, I just can't get over how much time and effort they probably put into these dresses like this just to get this authentic old look. And it's just gorgeous, beautiful.
And you can tell by the pride on their faces, they've been looking forward to this for a long time. And now they're finally here, marching down the street as part of the largest non-motorized parade in the world.
You know, we've been around since 1925, the Tucson Rodeo Parade, and rodeo started in 1925. And the first parade was led by Major Nuestdaughter, Tucson's veteran parade leader, followed by the band of the 25th Infantry from Nogales. Next was the platoon of Reserve Officers Unit, polo players, cowboys and cowgirls, buggies, wagons. Boy, going all the way back to 1925. And here's one of the original high schools of Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, the Tucson High Marching 100, the musical pride of Tucson High Magnet School, proud to represent the Badger community in concerts, parades, and community events all over the West, and we are proud to have them here in all their Western attire. Let's listen.
Badger Pride. People right behind them. We're gonna miss the people right behind them.
We are going to look now at more of the traditions, the Tucson Rodeo Parade.
Rodeo Parade is a tradition in Tucson.
The Tucson Rodeo Parade will kick off at 9 o'clock on February 23rd. In Tucson, schools are out, so we're very excited that that's a long-standing tradition in Tucson. People from all over the world come to see the parade. It's one of the longest, only horse-drawn, non-mechanized parades in the world.
It's been a tradition for many, many years.
It will be our 98th annual, so we're looking forward to the 100 year coming up soon and doing some preparations for that.
We talk to people who come out to the parade who say they came when they were children and now they're bringing their grandchildren out to watch the parade.
We're behind the scenes. We're doing a lot of the work to make sure it stays safe. I enjoy being able to watch people's eyes when they see it.
It's something that's unique to Southern Arizona and the Tucson community.
We really encourage you to come out for the Tucson Rodeo Parade. So buy your tickets online, park at the rodeo grounds, and enjoy it.
Sponsored by Discover Tombstone.
About the parade, and while we're doing that, there's Rancho Bravo, friends and family. Rancho Bravo almost sounds like an old Westerns movie you might watch. We got a group of family and friends with Rancho Bravo Stables. They're veteran-owned and operated to provide boarding needs in the middle of Tucson.
And now say hello to 402 Rex Allen Days Rodeo Royalty. For riders, Rex Allen Days proudly presents their rodeo royalty, Queen Linnea Karchner, Princess Tylee Williams, Sweetheart Shacey Goodwin, and Sweetheart Paisley Davis. The young lady is traveling to various events representing Wilcox, Rex Allen Days, and the Western Way of Life. Join them in October.
Up next, we have the St. Paul's Episcopal Church. They're from Tombstone, Arizona. We appreciate them making the drive. It's the oldest Protestant church in Arizona and the only Adobe Gothic revival church in the world. Wow. It was built in 1882 by Reverend Endicott Peabody. Reverend Peabody was well liked by Tombstone townspeople, mining magnates and miners and saloon keepers, gamblers, including Wyatt Earp. Everyone helped to build their beautiful historic church, featuring 7 stained glass windows. Tours are available by appointment.
And now we're looking at Boot Barn, a proud sponsor of Tucson Rodeo. As you might expect, Boot Barn is the leader in Western work and Western-inspired fashion. Find your favorite boots and apparel in-store or online.
They make you look good just in time for the rodeo.
And now Revista Perfil, advertising for the Hispanic community. Hello, good to see you today.
Up next, we have the Door Church celebrating 50 years. Can you believe it? 50 years of serving Tucson in the world. The Door would like to thank the Tucson community for its warmth and support. You can visit them Sundays. They're on East Irvington Road.
A lot of music we'll listen to for just a moment here. Flags of the world and a young man who is just wailing on that electric guitar.
Yes, he is. Now we have Truly Nolan coming up, a group with Truly Nolan Pest Control. Chances are you've definitely seen their classic cars around Tucson. They've been serving Tucson since 1938. Truly Nolan loved the image of the West and swore to protect and serve. I love their wagon here.
Yeah.
A huge mouse trap on the back right behind this red wagon. You're looking at your screen now. The next one's got a huge trap.
It reminds me of their Truly Nolan cars you see around town with the ears on top. And so their float is reminiscent of that.
And of course that
cool.
That iconic yellow color that you also associate with Truly Nolan. There's that massive mouse trap, or probably a pack rat trap instead.
Boy, you could catch a bunch of them with that one. I'm going to let you say hello to these folks, Dan, because you know them very well.
The Tucson Association of Realtors do a lot of work. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Shouting out to Dan here. Hello.
Well, I actually have my real estate license, so I work closely. The Tucson Association of Realtors has been serving the community for more than 100 years. It's the largest trade association in all of southern Arizona. They say we champion real estate and strengthen the success of those we serve by advocating, connecting, and educating. Good to have them in the parade. Wow.
Say hello to El Rio Health with all of their gorgeous handmade flowers.
This might be the most colorful one we've seen.
You know, and they do this every year. They really go all out. They are dedicated to serving all populations, including the underrepresented and uninsured. They really stepped in during COVID, and they focus on positive outcomes. Today, close to 126,000 Tucsonans depend on El Rio for their health care.
Now we have the Pasquayaqui tribe, Mochic Ranch. The ranch is with the Pasquayaqui tribe. It's part of an equine program providing the Yaqui community wellness through horses with a variety of youth and adult programs. And you know, this is just a reminder of our rich cultural history throughout Tucson and the Southwest. When you start thinking of all the different tribes that we have and the participation, I just love it. One of the reasons we call Tucson home.
Well, and it's one of the neatest things about this parade specifically is you get not just a parade of color and music and high stepping, but you also get a parade of Tucson culture.
And in that is the Tucson, Arizona Boys Chorus. They go way back as well. Founded in 1939, the Tucson, Arizona Boys Chorus has been an artistic and cultural facet of Tucson for 84 years. As Goodwill Singing Ambassadors, the boys have traveled to more than 25 countries and 6 continents, sharing traditional boy choir and music of the American Southwest.
Boy, they played at the White House. They are all over. And now, Southern Arizona Attractions Alliance, their wagon, they're a nonprofit organization representing more than 100 attractions throughout our region. You can save big at those attractions with the Tucson Attractions Passport.
Actually, yeah, and there's the Pasquayaki Tribe. We got another one of their floats in the parade as well. And on entry number 415, you can see some of those folks on there. We've got the tribe federally recognized 44 years ago on the float, members of the Pasquayaki Tribal Council, Senior Royalty, and Miss Pasqua.
All right, now we're going to jump ahead just a little bit here because you hear some of that music. We're going to have the Benson High School Band here in just a second. But before we go to them, you were seeing the U.S. Right now we have Benson High School, and you will be listening into their marching band here. They've been led by the state champion cheer and dance squad that you just saw go by, and senior drum major Eldon Kelly. Let's listen.
Do we have 412? Do they go through?
Yeah. So now we missed like 5. It's the Border Patrol. All right, right now, number 418, the U.S. Border Patrol, 25 riders here from the Border Patrol. Since 1924, the U.S. Border Patrol Horse Patrol Unit has had a rich history of keeping our nation's borders safe and secure, and they represent every year here at the Rodeo Parade. Thanks, guys.
You know, they got a tough job. Hundreds, if not thousands of miles of border to patrol. And it's not always the safest place to be, so we appreciate the dedication they have.
Up next, the League of Mexican American Women, Florecitas and Botoncitos, a 501c3 nonprofit, been in existence for 55 years, and their main goal is to establish scholarships to anyone who wants a higher education. They raise funds through lots of activities, and every year they host the Fiesta and Jocomio Ball. And then that sends kids to college. So thank you for your hard work.
And we want to also just give a shout out to some of those folks. We kind of got bunched up there. We had Flint Freeman was in there, Laura Balderson, also the Southern Arizona Tourist Attractions, where they put out the Southern Arizona Attractions Alliance, where they put out that booklet every year with great coupons and everything. So we just wanted to say hi and thank you to them for being in our parade this year.
All right, up next, Dedicated Dental Service, founded by Dr. Manuel C. Bedoya. And their services range from simple filings to implants, and they are a big supporter of the parade. They're located at 4001 South Mission Road, and they want to send a big thank you to Red and Julie Wyckoff of Red's Saddle Mules to helping outfit them for today.
And you know, these different businesses and organizations, when they come to the parade, they go out and they pick a wagon out. So then they have their employees and their friends and family come out and decorate it. So you can see this is where Dedicated Dental Service went with theirs. They got that gold thing wrapped around. They got their traditional look.
Hi,
good morning,
guys.
everybody.
Looking good out there.
They are. So, you know, the days leading up to the parade, on Monday, they bring all those wagons out, and they spend the next couple of days, 2 to 3 days.
Well, we know this guy. Tucson Roadrunners and Dusty the Road Runner. We sure appreciate our Road Runners. They are doing really well for us here in Tucson.
I just saw Dusty the other day. Where was that? Oh, yeah, at the pet parade of the Pets Parade
oh,
of
really?
Pima. Yeah, Dusty was out there.
Dusty, you're not a pet.
You know, if you've never been to a Roadrunners game, you got to go check it out.
It's a blast, huh?
It is so much fun. And, yeah, it's just the action is there right when you're up against the glass.
Hi, Dusty. He's got his hockey sweater on there. Looking good, looking good.
You know, you kind of need that sweater when the sun goes behind the clouds.
Now, up next, I love this name. The name of their business is Hermosa Salon. It's H-A-I-R, Mosa. So Hermosa is beautiful or pretty in Spanish, and so they it's a takeoff on that.
That's twist on there.
It's cute. It's a creative name there. It's a family group voted Tucson's best locally owned salon. Proudly presents Selena por Siempre, Mexican-American inspiration. Hello. Oh, and they all
They all kind of got their Selena looks going. I love it.
Selena Quintano, the Tejano star we lost a few years ago.
All right,
so
up
they
next,
look really cool.
we have the Tucson Police Department. Riding the wagon is Chief Chad Kazmar. Rose through the ranks to take over as chief last year. Their theme celebrated. Hey, Chief, what's up, Chief?
He's out in front. He's got the
There's
hat
Margot.
and everything. Looking good, looking good.
Their theme this year is celebrating community, and today Chief Kazmar and his TPD joining our youth, community members and partners to recognize their contributions and just to say thank you. The Tucson Police Department is proud to be a part of such a vibrant community, and today they celebrate everything and everyone that makes Tucson so special.
They're truly walking the beat today, aren't they?
They are, with the chief right there leading the pack too.
Thank you, Tucson Police. And coming up next, this is always one of the coolest entries to see marching along down the street, the U.S. Army recruiting entry here. We welcome the U.S. Army to the parade, one of the oldest and largest branches of the U.S. Armed Forces, of course. They train, equip active duty and reserve forces to preserve the peace, security, defense of the U.S. The Tucson Army Recruiting Company serves all the South Central Arizona communities as the conduit for entry into the U.S. Army. They offer more than 140 career opportunities with Montgomery GI Bill college money and up to $50,000 in enlistment bonuses. And you see they've got some historic garb and then followed up by the fatigues.
I'll tell you, these they look so authentic too. Look at that. Almost can go back in time. Hey, let's check in with Aaron Christensen as we get ready to wrap up the parade. I can see coming to an end. Aaron.
Well, I'm here with a big group. We've got a couple of families here together, all one big group. And you said this is a tradition for you guys.
Yes, it's a tradition for us. Every year we're here on the same spot.
Same spot? You must get here early.
Yes, we do.
And what's your name?
Elias.
Elias, what's your favorite part of the parade so far?
La Caliente.
Okay, what about you? What's your favorite part?
The mascots, because we tell them to do the gritty and they do it.
And they dance for you? Okay.
I like this part with the army.
Okay, how about you? Young lady, what do you like?
The horses.
The horses, the dancing horses? Yeah. Do you guys have a favorite part so far?
Again, it's the mascots. Yeah. We get them to do the gritty. This is the gritty.
Okay. So how many years you said you've been coming out?
Been coming out for a lot of years. I don't even, maybe 10 years, maybe.
And how does this weather rate compared to years past?
Usually right now it's too cold, but usually it's a little warmer, right? Yeah, it's cold.
You guys staying warm?
Yes, we are.
You're all bundled up? How about you? What's your favorite part so far?
My favorite part is the mascots.
Yeah? Any one in particular?
The road runner.
Yeah, Dusty. We just saw Dusty. All right, guys, thank you. Thank
you.
Dan Brooke, back to you.
All right, well, during that time, we saw the Roscoe Christopher Mudd wagon, past Grand Marshal and Wagon Master of the Tucson Rodeo Committee. It's a replica of the wagons that ran from the Pyramid Mines. Proud to celebrate 33rd year. Thank you to Steve Boyce for supplying the team.
And also, SARSEF went by, such a great organization with their 68th annual SARSEF Science and Engineering Fairs, what they're celebrating. They help a lot of young people in the STEM fields.
And of course, Hughes Federal Credit Union. It's dedicated to making a positive difference in the financial lives of its members. They're driven by a philosophy that puts people first.
And then with that, we are saying goodbye.
There's the only motorized wagon in the parade, but it's after the parade. So that's it. That is the wrap-up. of the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. And you always know it's over, Brooke, when you can see these street sweepers behind everybody. They're behind the camera now, but here comes the street sweepers. But another wonderful, beautiful Tucson Rodeo Parade. Just one of my favorite days of the year.
Boy, it worked out really well this year. So next year will be the 99th,
Yeah.
and then after that it'll be the 100th.
You know, there's already plans for the 100th year.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was at the
I don't
rodeo
doubt
over the
it.
weekend, talking to a lot of committee members. They're pumped up. 2 years from now, 100 years of history and tradition in Tucson. But what a wonderful day, and we sure appreciate everybody joining in and watching us this morning.
You are a part of that history. So are the street sweepers. Thank you for cleaning up, and thank you for watching today.
I'll see you at the rodeo.
Thanks for watching the 98th Annual Tucson Rodeo Parade. This broadcast has been brought to you by Discover Tombstone.